So I went to Florida as a farmer, and it was quite an experience. So let's get into it. Let's start at the beginning, the way there. Of course, we had to stop at Buc-ee's and get a sandwich, and then we stopped at a gas station and got milkshakes. And it wouldn't be a car ride without seeing a pretty bad accident. And after we played with some stickers, we finally made it to Florida. Beautiful state. And of course, we had to make a friend right away with our Buc-ee sandwich. And then we asked our brother to throw down my camera to the pool. So he threw it, but it turned off as it was falling. But we still had a bunch of fun in the pool. And we fed the crow many times. Someone tried to trick it by putting a box on there. And we also saw ducks in the pool, which was kind of strange. Here's a little sneak peek to what's coming next. We kept feeding the crow and it became one of our best friends. And then we went to some alligator pond and we were looking for alligators. First we just saw a duck and a turtle. But then we spotted an alligator, so try to see if you can see it. Then we saw a random bird. And really interesting trees. Very interesting. And then we saw a rabbit too. Something very strange we saw in Florida was kids wearing hoodies. We went to a super cool marina. So we had to walk on this sketchy little pier thing. We got a little bit sketched out because we saw a random part that was broken. And we took a walk on the beautiful bridge. It was a beautiful sunset. And it wouldn't be vacation without eating pizza at 11 p.m. and cinnamon rolls. They were delicious. We went on a few bike rides. I only recorded one of them. And we had to get Joyride on the way. Best candy ever. Then we went to a heritage village where it was just basically super old stuff. It was really cool to look at, but we kind of sped through everything because we didn't have that much time before it closed. Didn't know they had phones back then. And then we started seeing a lot of these random gecko things, so I decided to see how many I could record. You might be thinking they're just regular geckos. No, they're actually pretty smart. Like this one was doing push-ups, and this one was reading. So they're actually pretty smart. But there was a lot of them. And we saw more ducks, and more turtles, and squirrels. Well, we're here at some botanical gardens. It's actually really cool here. Seeing a bunch of those little gecko thingies, lizards, and some squirrels, and some ducks, and some turtles. I mean, one turtle. But we still didn't find any alligators. So we saw an alligator at the other park that we went to, but we didn't find any here. So I was gonna try to find some. Wait, is that a real one? No, it's not a real one. At least I don't think so. I'm not touching it just in case. We saw a bunch of random fruits that I didn't even know existed. We made some noise. It was quite quiet noise, but we made it. We got refreshed at this really cool pump thing. More random fruits. Maybe some more cool stuff. And more ducks. And more turtles. And birds. Then we went on some kind of ferry boat. And some random bird island that it's illegal to go to. But there was plenty of dolphins. So back at the beach, we almost got robbed, but it was just a fisher. We saw more birds. And then we went diving, and it was not really good visibility, just very, very murky underwater. A bunch of algae. But it was still fun. But the water near the shore was very clear. It was like crystal clear that it looks like you could almost drink it. And I proceeded to put the GoPro in a bag until it died, and it was just recording the whole time. Then we went to a city that was not too far. It's pretty fun there. And then it was time to say goodbye. We had to drive all the way back home. And of course, I was editing. Of course. And of course, we were stuck in traffic. And of course, we stopped at Cracker Barrel. That was fun. And got salad. And then they finally brought my chicken. We had to play checkers. And then after driving the whole night, we stopped at a breakfast place. And then we made it home. Home sweet home. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope the voiceover wasn't too bad. Thanks for watching. God bless, and see you next time.